Yes, recording. Okay, hey guys, welcome to our Monday night Magic Moments Movement training Zoom. Welcome to you all and congratulations for getting on. We had a better turnout last week, which was great because we set our intentions for our 30-day grid. Today is week 1, or the end of the first week, to check in on those. Cheryl has kindly said she would like to share first how her week has been since we last chatted. So, Cheryl, do you want to share with us what your goal was, as in terms of your DMO for your grid per day, and how you went?
Okay, so my goal for my grid was to do 1 product invite and 1 business invite per day. Now, for me, that's actually a bit of a stretch goal because I will admit that I haven't been doing that in previous times. So having said that, I didn't achieve my goal. And I'm just going to put that on Guthrie so I'm not looking at me. I didn't achieve my goal. However, I did have 1 invite to come and look at the business, and that was for the Zoom event last Wednesday, but they didn't come on. Now, I haven't followed that up yet. I just figured it was probably a bad timing thing for those people. But I will be following up with them this week. I did an invite today to look at the product. A lady, I was on patrol on the surf at the beach today, and so she's accepted my Facebook friend request, and I'll be following up with her over the next week. And I've got a couple of other people that I've become friends on Facebook with, and we'll just see how the conversation goes from there. I'm all about actually doing as I do life. So I'm not going to be going out there and talking to everybody. I'm trying to ask better questions, trying to ask questions to find out what it is that our business can fit, or our product can be a fit for. So, and sometimes I'm not talking to that many new people. So yesterday and today I was on beach patrol, so I had a bit of opportunity to talk to some new people that I hadn't. So, but I'm pretty happy with that. It is getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm still going to set my goal 1-on-1 moving forward, because even though it's a stretch goal, if I only make it 1 per week, that's going to be too easy to reach. So I need to stretch it a bit more.
Hey, can I say firstly thank you for sharing up first, and can I also say congratulations on your week. I just took some notes quickly on what you just shared, and it's just my uptake on what you've shared, so correct me if I'm not wrong, or if what I said is not right or just or fair. You said you didn't achieve your 1-on-1. What I want to share with everyone around that is if we don't have anything of an intention goal in anything, life, how you raise your children, how you approach your water polo, anything like that, if we don't have any intention or goal around that, we're not going to be pushing ourselves anyway, right? We're not going to be stretching ourselves. So what I'd like us all to do is take the pressure off, and had this conversation just earlier this evening with Julia, is take the pressure off. Have your goal there, but you know what? We don't get busted for not making it. We don't get in trouble. It's there to inspire us into action. Yeah? Does that make sense? And what I think follows on from them is, because you're talking about it being a stretch goal and doing business while you're doing life, which I totally appreciate too, is if you were doing 1 a week, 1-on-1 a week, as opposed to 1-on-1 a day, your momentum would be 4 in a month. Like 4 people, imagine that all 4 said, yes, I'm interested. You'd be following up over a month with 4 people. If you're doing 1-on-1 a day, if you miss a day or two, you might have 3 that week as opposed to 1, 4 that week as opposed to 1. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I want us all to have your big goal, have your intentions, and if you don't reach it, don't beat yourself up. Just look back at your grid and go, oh, wow, when I did it that day, I had 3 people interested, or I've got 2 people to follow up. Well, imagine then if I did do that 2 days in a row or 3 days out of it, or 5 days, and we'll start building momentum. Does that make sense for you and everyone?
Mm-hmm.
I do really like too asking quality questions. I thought that was great, and you did sort of mention that you didn't have, you weren't seeing that many people in a day, but you had patrol, and so you're having more conversations. Julia, I think, I know you've got your cafe, but you've got just people in your life anyway. It's not just the cafe. You've also relied on the people coming and going, your traffic in the cafe. But I think you have been asking quality questions and sharing quality, the quality of your story with people, and you had some good interest. So I think if you take that out, if we all take that out, everywhere we go, I'm having deeper, more meaningful conversations with people that I just bump into, or I see once in a blue moon than I ever did before, because now I'm doing what you're talking about, asking better questions, Cheryl, and that leads on to better conversations, and you just don't know who those people know. And I had a couple of those this week where I'd done the indirect in the business and said, look, I'm just sharing with you what I'm up to, what I'm doing, because I don't know, you may know someone that's looking for this type of thing. So I think we need to keep that in mind. And when I get to my sharing my DMO, I'll share a little more or a reminder around indirect and direct questions, or if you like, when sharing the business. And I did put down a big tick when you said you were out of your comfort zone, because if you're not doing that, then it's not happening. So if that's for you right now, 1 a day is out of your comfort zone and it's caused some action, then I think you've had a win more than you have not achieved what you set out to do. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So kudos to you, man. So what are you going to do different this week that's going to have you logged down into your grid more than you did last week? Keeping in mind that could be 1 person extra that you talk to, product or business. What's going to have you doing more this week than last week?
What's going to be? I don't know. I just think having the courage to have that bridging question. Once you find out about people and what's happening in their life and stuff, is having that bridge. You're finding out if they're open to looking at something else that may make a difference in their life.
Okay.
And
do you know what the bridging question is?
So, well, I don't have a specific one. I sort of go with are you open to having a look at something? And some say yes, some say, well, what is it? Going forward from there, and I'm just, in the past, when someone says what is it, I'll actually tell them what it is. Where I have to now change, I think I need to change that around and then just ask them another question. Not really answer the question, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but why do you feel that way?
Because I think sometimes, like today, I was talking to the girl today, I actually mentioned about the Healthy Living Revolution, Shred 10, and I said our nutritional whole food support is Juice Plus, and I actually said what it was, but I didn't elaborate very much on any of that. But I think in the past, when people say what is it, I've come across a lot of people around here that are into isogenics, and I just say, well, no, it's not isogenics. Oh, but it's something like isogenics. And I say, well, no, it's not really. But some people already have preconceived ideas. But I just need to, I'm not out there to convince them. If they're not open to looking, then I'm not going to pursue it anymore, and just, yeah, we'll just see. I got to work on, I'm not really quick off the mark. Like, if I can form the question and in my mind I know what I'm sort of going to say, but then when somebody shoots a question back at me that I'm not familiar with, or it just puts me on the spot a bit, I'm not really quick off the mark with a comeback answer.
Yep. Okay, so on the isogenics one, all right, you're ready for that question now because you've heard it a couple of times, it seems. Is that correct?
So, yeah.
Yep. So this is what I would be doing. This is my thing, is do it to me. I share Juice Plus with you and you say, I say, yeah, it's Juice Plus, and you say, is that like isogenics?
Is that like isogenics?
I've heard of isogenics, but I actually don't really know much about it. What is it? Tell me what it is, and I'll be able to tell you if Juice Plus is like that.
It's one of those product selling things.
Is it nutrition? Is that what isogenics is?
So, yeah, it's all to do with your health and weight loss and stuff like that.
Okay, so what we are, we're not a weight loss product, although some people experience that, and a lot of people experience that, but we're fruit and vegetable in a capsule. So we're there to help families who probably know, deep down they're not eating enough fruit and vegetables on a daily basis, and maybe looking to bridge that gap, and that's what we have. And it's amazing. And then you share your story. You go, the difference it made for me straight up was, and I thought I ate well, was I had increased energy and better sleep. And I think those two are probably linked. But that was my personal experience. And what's really comforting to know is there's to date over 30 studies that have been shown showing what it does inside the human body to impact positively on our health. But look, from what you were saying, that you're trying to get healthier, this could be the thing for you. So, would you like to take a closer look at it? Give me your answer. Shut me down or open me up. I don't care. Give me one. Shut me down. I don't know. Give me one. Shut me down. No.
So, but don't you?
Shut me down quickly. Shut me down. Say no. I don't want any more info. Shut me down.
No.
Shut me down. Quick, do a shutdown. Say, oh no, that's all right. I wouldn't like any more info.
No.
Quickly. Do the shutdown. No, so I'm not right. So you go, no, I'm not interested. You go, look, that's okay. I really appreciate you being open to hear about it. No. Say again.
I'm not interested. I'm not into those shakes and things.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. To be honest with you, when I first saw it, it challenged my food philosophy, but I did look at it a little further. I thought, okay, look, it does fit my food philosophy in terms of its fruit and vegetable matter. The shakes I was a little slow to get to. I did open my mind to the capsules, but that was the difference it made for me, as I explained before. Would it be okay if I sent you a little bit of information, just a brief video? It may or may not be for you, and that's okay, but you might know someone that's looking for this type of thing, that's looking for that fruit and vegetable edge. Would that be all right? And you shut me down, all right? Because a positive answer is good. You can handle it. You can deal with a positive answer, right? Because it's easy, it's positive. If you shut me down again, look, no worries. I appreciate you having listened anyway. And thanks. And it's not going to get weird because you were offering them a gift. They didn't want it. It's none of your damn business. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's none of my business that they didn't want to know about it. It is my business to share it because I generally want to help people with what we have. And then I go, okay, no worries. And I'm either going to go away going, oh, I just got rejected and I got shut down and whatever. And I go listen to an NMD story where they've got shut down time and time and time again. And as NMDs, they still get shut down, but they're still building business, they're still meeting with people, they're still sharing what they have, they're still getting yeses and nos, and they're still making a positive impact on people's health. You know what I mean? So Jeffrey Birdie said this years ago, and people still say today, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person or the wrong thing to the right person. Is as long as you're shooting from the heart, as long as you're sharing a personal story, we're not trying to convince them. We are asking questions, So the question back at them when they ask you, oh, is that like isogenics? Look, I'm really not sure what isogenics are. And to put them in the product zone, say, listen, I'm not really sure what the isogenics product is. I'm not 100% certain, but tell me about it, and I'll be able to tell you if Juice Plus is like that. And you watch them. They're either going to know about it because they've tried it, and they're going to talk themselves into a synthetic corner, or a brand of nutrition that just wasn't realistic, which opens you go, look, no, that's not what we're like. This is what we're like. And if this resonates with you, I'd love to send you information. Or, there's a multitude of other answers they give. Or they're going to start talking, is that some pyramid thing? Look, I'm really not sure about their business. Can you explain it to me? It's that pyramid thing. Wow. I always thought, to my knowledge, pyramid is an illegal business system. But no, that's not what we are. We're a virtual franchise. So people like me and anyone else that's passionate about helping other people be healthy can literally share this with anybody who is looking to upgrade their health. I'm not going to go into a defensive around a pyramid or not. Like that's, so yeah, that's not what we are. This is what we are. So there's your question, I think, is to ask them to tell you, if they're going to say, is that something? Because you get in that defense mode, don't you? Or that, I've got to say, no, it's not. Like, what I want them to do is tell me what they're talking about, so I can clearly state, well, that's not what we are, because that's not what we are. We have a very legitimate, massively growing in the network, and we've got Simon Chan at conference this year, and I'm pretty sure we're going to hear from him that we've got one of the best, he believes, one of the best businesses in the network marketing industry. And this guy interviews top performers, $1 million earners in all sorts of companies, and he's loving Juice Plus as a company, as how we roll. So I think have some confidence around what we have, and just ask that the quality questions. What you're saying before is ask them to tell you what they're talking about. I'm not sure exactly what it is. You tell me, yeah, okay, cool. Now I've got a better understanding. That's no, nothing like that. And that's that. So
well.
Say again.
You say that so well. When you have a look at this back, like last week when we were talking with Natalie Baldock and she finished, and you just went, oh wow, like that was almost same sort of thing just then. Just goes to show how much you've grown, Paul.
Thank you, mate. Well, you know what it is in all honesty, and I'm going to hit up Julia next, because I think, me included, we can learn from what she's been doing, because she's new. Because she's new, she hasn't got all the bullshit in her head, and she's just plodding along. And we're just going to move on, because she's been asking quality questions. We've been going through these in phone calls. So Cheryl, moving forward, if you happen to have a contact with somebody around something and they have an objection or this or that, give me a buzz if you need to chat about it, rather than sit and brew on your own. Just give me a buzz. We can talk. I might be. I don't know. But what I do know is an age-old. It sounds terrible. Strategy, technique, whatever, is the feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. I felt exactly the same way. But after looking at it, or after seeing it, or after trying it, or whatever, what I found was, or after reading up on it, what I found was, I know how you feel. I totally felt the same way. As a fitness consultant, I had every man and his dog knocking on my door with all sorts of stuff. Like I had a chick massaging me in my unit with magnetic balls, and I was just too afraid to go, look, this is just weird, can you just leave? So I just let her massage me on the back with magnetic balls. Like it was, because I didn't have the courage to go, hey, look, yeah, just not for me. But I had people testing me with laser things for my carotenoids, all sorts of stuff. I do a flip chart for another, the hell that one. Anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, I had all these sorts of things. But I opened my mind to one thing, because the guy, the fitness trainer, said, look, he said to me, look, I know how you feel. I can see you. It's just another thing. But would you be open to just looking at this, just to shut it down? If you did this, you can shut this down, put that on the shelf, put it on the shelf with everything else that you knocked back. And I thought, okay, well, that's fair. Now, if I'm not an open-minded person, then that's it. It's none of your business. No, it wasn't any of my business. It's none of his business. It's just a shutdown. And it's okay. I got knocked back from that many girls in my day. Like, the hell? I can take a little knockback from somebody. Anyway, does that help you with your grid for next week?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Julia?
Yep.
I'm going to spotlight you, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Spotlight. Okay. So why don't you start first with sharing us what your goal was and then what you achieved and where you're at with that from last week.
All right. So mine were 1 business and 2 product. I thought I'd just push myself a little bit. And I started off pretty strong, I think. I think we were talking on Tuesday and Wednesday and I was really motivated. And I had probably a few unexpected visitors come and stay in my house that are actually still here, and they've kind of threw me off a bit, but I'm getting back on. I think if I look at the graph now, I probably just briefly touched on the business with about 4 people. And I'd say 2 of them possible. The other 2 was just bringing up in a conversation pretty generally. And I made friends with...
Was that about the business? Sorry?
That was the business, yep.
Okay, just for everyone's learning here. Hello, Christina, by the way.
Hi.
I just see one. So just for Cheryl and for Claire and myself and Christina, how did that go? Like you hadn't shared Juice Plus with them before for the product point, you just shared the business. How did that conversation work?
Well, one of them was with one of the personal trainers that comes into my cafe. She actually approached me about joining a group of ladies, and I sort of used that opportunity to say, oh, look, that'll work out well. I'll chat with you next week because I wasn't going to see her. I've probably got something I wanted to chat with you about because I've sort of I've had a bit of a lifestyle change and a few things, and I thought I might chat with you about what you do with your clients with nutrition and stuff like that. So she said, yeah, no, that sounds good. So I thought, oh, she wants me for something and I'll sort of throw it out there to her. And I haven't seen her because I haven't been back in the cafe since, but I think we were waiting till Easter went, and I'm thinking I'll be seeing her tomorrow. But then I've spoken to you about that, Paul, and you said if I don't see her, just ring the gym anyway and just get, sort of being passive, just get in there and just give her a call and maybe organise a time to see her or chat with her over the phone.
Being professional is what that is.
Yep. Okay.
That's all that is. Being proud of what you're doing, being professional. And on that note, Cheryl, I think you mentioned someone. You said she was interested and you were going to get back to her at some stage. The fortune is in the follow-up. You must schedule our follow-ups. If you have a conversation with somebody around it, be very brave, bold, and confident around calling back, going, "Hey, listen, it's just me." And you can apologise. If it's 4 days later, go, "Look, I'm really sorry to take so long to get back to you. I just did want to get back in touch in regards to that conversation we had about the product or the business, and just gauge your thoughts. Is there any information that that would you'd like to hear that would help explain it more?" But we must log those in. That goes in your 1 to 31. Sorry, mate. Go on, Julia.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
that was that one.
Yep.
And then there were just another 3. They were quite general, and they sort of came more about me telling them about my involvement with the franchise, with Juice Plus, and just sort of letting them know in general. Look, there are 3 people I know who 2 aren't working at the moment, and the other one sort of is, but she's just sort of looking for something extra. And
financially, you mean?
Financially, yes. Yep. And I just sort of brought up with them that there are options available, that I took up the option, that I'm enjoying it, that something there if they wanted to chat to me about it, that sort of thing. So, and just left it, that was just a general conversation about what I was doing with Juice Plus. And it was just my way of letting them know that I've sort of taken it one step further than just consuming it, for myself. So, and that was that. Yep.
Awesome. And back to Cheryl, I forgot to say this as well, as you had said about that person, that prospect you shared with, you assume that, she'd get back to you or if she wanted more information. Have you all been watching the NMD lessons, that we're still interviews them? And
yes.
Right. Like in more than one of them, like in more than 3 of them, they've literally told a story about how they assumed someone wouldn't be interested. One girl was her best friend. She never asked her into the business, and she went and joined another company. And she assumed because she was loaded, must be the husband's money or whatever, was loaded. The girl was looking for something, and it was community she was looking for, community and culture. So, Julia, did you ask that person whether it was a financial thing, money, or did she give that up? Or?
Oh, look, the first one, she's my neighbour. She actually just moved in across the road 8 weeks ago, just the day before I was doing my first shred. She came to the house and saw all my prep and asked me what I was doing, and I sort of showed her things. And she said, I think I'll just watch how you go over the next month or 2. And it's something I'd like to do. But then she came in the other night with her sister, and she was just asking me about it. And she said, oh, she can't afford it because her husband's working. She's still looking for a job. And she said, but as soon as I get a job, I'm coming over. I want to get on board, you know. And I just, yeah, well, I've liked it so much. I've actually just gotten on and got my own franchise of it. And, you know, so that's how much I believe in it and how much I've loved it. So her sister was here. So for her, it's a financial thing. I think she does Thermomix. She's a Thermomix consultant. And I sort of said, well, you know, why wouldn't you consider doing something else? You know, we can go and do parties or whatever like that. If you keep trying, I mean, she's looking for, you know, a big, high profile sort of job, but she's struggling in Kingscliff to find it. And yeah, so hers was definitely a financial one. The other girl, Demi, was a financial one. And the other one was just generally to a girlfriend of mine who her and her daughter are just starting Juice Plus this week.
Okay, can I, because I forget this as well. So before we get to that's Jodie, you're going to share with us, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, yep. So these Wednesday Zooms, I'm not looking for a clap here. I'm pointing this out. Is these Wednesday Zooms, I've been reaching out to sidelines, people that have nothing to do with my business. There's no financial gain for them to jump on our Wednesday Zooms. And I'm going around NMDs, and I've got this week Carla Shamer. Next week we've got Celine. The week after we've got somebody else. I'll tell you who that is. It is Sunny and Val. You know Val Gamer, right? So what I'm saying is, we've got these people coming to invest into our business. So we should be having people on these Zooms. Now, again, we only just started them. If you haven't had momentum or momentum in action in your business, you've got probably known. But Julia, you've got people to invite to come and look at these Zooms, right? Yeah. We've also got the recordings that are all there in the Magic Moments Movement Facebook page. If you are on the Zoom, you'll be familiar with them, you know, what those people shared. If you weren't, you've watched the recording, right? So you'd be familiar with what they shared. So you could pick up one of those where they're talking, like I know for example, Christine Drummond, hers was about finance. Mm-hmm. I know that Abby Heroes was about finance. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you can get that Zoom, and firstly, I'd say to each of those people you've mentioned, hey, listen, on Wednesday night at 8 p.m, we do Zooms. If they don't know what a Zoom is, then you get to show, look, it's just a video conference, but we have a very brief share on what our Juice Plus product is. We hear a very brief share on someone who's used it and get to hear their story, the difference it's made for them. We also briefly touch on the business, but more so we listen to a story from someone that's going really well in this business and what life was like for them before, the difference working with the company has done for them beyond money, you know, their personal growth, everything, and how life is like for them now. Really, you know, I'd love you to jump on. Would you be interested in jumping on the Zoom? Now they're going to say yes or no. Mm-hmm. And it's when they knock you back and say, look, now, no, I can't, I've got this or not that on. You go, no worries, listen, can I send you a link from one of our previous recordings? There's this girl I'm thinking of right now that we had as our guest. I think, you know, you might hear her. She'll resonate with you. You're going to say, sure. If they don't, it's none of your business. They didn't want the gift. You go, no worries, that's awesome. Look, if you change your mind, you'll have a look. Our door's always open. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If I've had it too. I've had a girl who's 4 weeks in a row, yeah, I'm going to be on the Zoom. The biggest one was Nat Baldock because she's been spying on Nat Baldock of her own accord. I said, mate, I've got this girl, like, boom. You can straight face-to-face on the computer, you can ask her some personal questions. She didn't jump on the call. I sent her the link, you know, and I still follow up.
Yeah.
So we've got to be aware, I think, right now, awareness around our tools. Wednesday night Zoom is not for us to just all get on and go, oh, yeah, this is warm and fuzzy, it's all our friendly faces again. This is to build business. It's to get people on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I can tell you, I haven't had someone on there yet, but I know I had Jacques last week who really liked it. Difficulty for him is in Sri Lanka. We can't have franchisees in Sri Lanka. But I'm consciously, like, my DMO is about getting this momentum to the point where we've got guests to invite to our Zooms. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So go on, Jodie.
Yes, and just for Jodie, I just mentioned it briefly about, you know, options for just the same sort of thing. I said I liked it so much that I've actually gotten on after, 6-7 weeks or something, and gotten the franchise, and that's how much I believe in it. And same sort of thing, just to say, you know, there's options available, you know, if you're ever interested, for you or Chelsea. And that was sort of how and that was it. And that's all I've been waiting for now, is just really getting it ready to start today for the shred and getting your products and things like that.
Awesome. So I think you're doing well there. I think with anybody that's interested, product or business to some extent, this is all in GoPro. What Eric Worre talks about is you're qualified. You literally go, listen, okay, on a follow-up, I can see that, you know, so what did you like about the video? What do you like about the link I sent you? They'll tell you what they liked about it, because you've asked them what they liked, not what they didn't like or what they thought. You asked them what they liked. Listen, would you like to give it a go? Oh, yeah. Okay. Can I ask you this? Give me a number between 1 and 10 that gives me some level of your interest. They're going to give you a number, right? Because you know they're interested, because that's why you have the conversation. If it's 2, it's good. If it's 8, it's good. So whatever number they give, look, okay, cool, that's awesome. Now I can understand where you're at. Listen, you've told me that you really want to make a difference to your health, or you've told me that you're really looking to do something or bring some income into the home, or something on the side, wherever it is. What would you need to hear from me in terms of information or anything that would help move that 2 to like a 5 or a 6 or something above a 2, or from that 8 to a 10 or something above the 8? And ask them, and let them give you that information. Because I think with Jodie or any of those others is, look, why the hell are you doing the business, Julia?
Because I like the product, and I sort of like what the company's got to offer. And as I said, I don't want to be a 60-year-old barista. I want to do something, work for something else for the future.
Right. So that's your story.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't need to tell them their story. You can just tell them, look, I can see there's something about this that resonates with you. Look, it might not be our company or our product, but I can see that you're looking for something more, whether it's the business or the product. Can I share with you why I'm doing this? I caught wind of this, some Shred 10 thing. I needed a change from health. I took it on, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing to the point that I've now haven't reconnected with an old friend, whatever it is. You know, this is your story, right? He then shared with me what we do, because he thought I may be interested, you know, because I expressed that I'm a bit bored with my work. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to be open-minded and hear about it. And honestly, everything that he shared has been attractive to me. And what I've realised for myself is sitting back and hoping that things are going to get better or things are going to change just isn't going to work, because if it did work that way, I wouldn't be where I am right now, feeling that I needed to address my health and want to not be a 60-year-old barista. So this really excites me, and you know, and that's your story. Just be honest. So you could ring them, Jodie, tomorrow and go, hey, Jodie, listen, you know what? I'm being a shit friend. Can I ask you honestly, with full enthusiasm, please jump on this Zoom tomorrow night or on Wednesday night. Just take a look so you can shut it down, and I can go to bed and go, you know what? I'll never regret not offering it to you. And let them know, look, it's a gift. You don't have to open it, but it's just a gift. Come and have a look. You know what I mean? And you can leave it at that. And that way I'll just know that I always know that I offered it to you. That's it. I've got to shut down. I literally did that with a friend of mine, and he goes, yeah, no, it's not for me. And I went, thanks. I think, thanks, mate. That's cool. I really appreciate your honesty. I just wanted to let you know, because I know you know I'm passionate about Juice Plus. I've never I know you plumb. I know about your farm. I know everything about you and why you do what you do. But I've never really shared with you my passion behind sharing Juice Plus and why I look to build team and people to work with. So now that you know, and it's not for you, that's cool, but you may know someone that this might be interesting to. So I'm just thank you for knowing about it now. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely shut down. That was today. Via message. Hey, what do? You know what? You cry about it, you just go, okay, that's cool. Now, I don't need to ever worry about him now anymore. I don't need to think, oh, geez, I want to always know someone who'd be into it. I know now. I can move on. You know, I don't forget Wes. He's always going to be someone in my life that I talk to. We have great conversations around everything, but I know now that this is not for him. Maybe not now, but I know that he's aware of what I'm doing. To the full extent, maybe not, but he's aware of what I'm doing. Cool. So I think you've got some good action for this week. I was going to ask you, next is what are you going to do this week different from last week that's going to show up in more activity for this week?
Not let anyone come and stay at my house and disrupt my week, because that's been really tough.
Yeah.
And probably just need to open my mind a bit. I think one of the biggest things I've been thinking about with the business side of it is just trying to concentrate on people who are currently taking Juice Plus, if you know what I mean. And so I've only been involved in it for 3 weeks or something, so I'm pretty limited. So I probably need to clear my mind a bit. And see outside of that too, rather than just my current customers or something like that. So that's probably what I'd look for this week. Just look outside just that little small customer base that I've got, and look into the bigger picture and as business wise anyway, for business options anyway.
Yep. I encourage you to come up to have your business story as a part of your product story. You said that there was a girl that was talking to another lady, and you were doing the Baywatch jog down the beach, and she said, "Oh my God!"
I wasn't down the beach.
Let me tell the story my way, man. Come on.
That's not more exciting.
Yeah, more exciting. She noticed you. She said to her, another girlfriend of yours, "Jesus, what's Julie doing? She looks fabulous." Right?
Yep.
That's your story, man. It's your freaking story. Be loud and proud about it. You don't have to stab people in the eyeballs with it, but you're allowed to be excited about it. Yep. And somehow you're doing business. I think because the product and the culture of that shred and the healthy living revolution buzzed you up. Yep. You know, there was something going on there where you're like, this is so much better than going through the grind of doing the coffee. Could this be an option for me? And that's how you started with this. What if? You know, that don't underestimate where other people are at and how a what if could be. They might be looking, as we've heard through these NMD stories, they might be looking to just become a part of a mission. The money might not be anything for them. Yeah?
Yep.
You just don't know.
Okay.
So my encouragement for you is you've had a lot of people in your community, in your circle, notice your change.
Yep.
You know, I'm not saying monopolise it. I'm just saying monopolise it. I'm just saying be excited and be out loud about it. You know, look, this has been like it has been crazy. You said it on one of your when we hosted you as Zoom Share Your Business. It's been a whirlwind. You started out as just to get healthier, and now you're working with the company and you're loving it because you're making new connections and strengthening current ones, and now able to help people enjoy what Clancy. Like, how good is that? Yeah. Clancy's loving her new health. Someone else is super excited to start.
Yeah,
that's what you love. This is what you get to do, and then you're looking to see if anyone else wants to join you on your mission of having that enjoyment in your day. Cool.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
What about the person who was staying at your house?
I've tried. I've shown it every morning how I've taken my capsules out and everything like that. I haven't had much luck with her, and I thought she might be a winner. Maybe I should tell her she owes me.
This is your aunt.
My auntie. Yes. Yeah. But no, I hadn't had much luck with her.
How old is she?
She's 54, 55.
Okay, what you need to do, I think, is use a third party with her.
Yeah.
So use somebody like me.
Yes.
And go, I know this girl who's, woman, whatever, girl, who's part of this group, and she's, you can say 75. I'll be 75 in 2 months.
Yep.
And she's been on the product for 14 years and absolutely swears by it, thinks it's the best anti-aging product she's ever been on because it just covers her. Just use somebody else.
Yeah. Instead of me. Well,
instead of yourself.
She starts every day with 2 Vs or 2 Red Bulls. And
oh my gosh!
Yeah, every day. But, yeah, even this morning I didn't have any, and before I even went to work, she said, "Can you just run me down the road to get a couple of Red Bulls?" And I sort of made a joke the other day. I think I was taking my capsules. So, well, these are probably my new Red Bulls. Like, I don't drink them anymore, because she said, "Oh, do you want one? It's sugar free." And I went, "No, I don't drink that anymore. I just have these." So, but yeah, no, that's probably not a bad way to do it. So she's seen me doing it, and now obviously she's here now to Wednesday, and she knows I've started the shred because well, I won't be eating dinner with her after 6 o'clock tomorrow night or anything. But yeah, no, that's probably not a bad way to. It's worth a try to put it across to her.
Yeah. Or
Thanks, Christine. That's awesome.
If you want to do a 3-way, I'm happy to talk to her too. So pull me in.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Unreal. All right, Claire, shall we spotlight you?
Well, I'm not. I really didn't finish up the call last week. I had trouble with connection, so I didn't realise that you were doing the DMO.
Yep. So what we you know the grid, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we did was we stated our intention in terms of wanting to build our business, and as we know, building our business is literally going on and caring on people. Because if your business is not growing, you're not really following your passion of making a difference in people's lives, health or monetary, right?
Yeah.
So that's what this is about, and a lot of the NMD share this too. It's about just getting yourself out of the way and going, you know what, I'm the messenger, not the message. So what we did was we stated what we would do in terms of activity, and today we were going to share how we went, and then obviously from chatting today, we hopefully are a little more inspired to then get into more action this coming week.
One of the goals, without knowing that, one of the goals that I did have was to finish Go Pro.
Yep.
So we've been at a lot of doctor's appointments with my husband, but that's been in my handbag. So I've just about finished Go Pro. So that's been really good.
Yeah.
The thing that I did think that I'm doing just down the road from the office, there's a new gym that's opened up. And I thought I might just drop by that and make an appointment to speak to the person that owns it or whatever their organisation is, and just ask if I could find out what they advise their their patrons to in regards to nutrition. And so that's a goal this week for me. So because it's school holidays, and I just thought, well, I've got a bit of time, so that's something that I'm intending to do. So
yeah, good.
With that one.
Good. You're probably approaching gyms and centres and established businesses like that. Often they're in that retail mind. They just don't get it, unless they're going to buy it up and then sell it. They just don't get it. But you just never know. People like Adam Westwick sold up 3 personal training studios and is, up there with, right behind on Linda Evenden's tail in terms of the size of his business. So you don't know. So
I just thought I'd start the conversation anyway and introduce myself.
100%.
The other thing, have you used that brochure, that latest brochure that's, well, I don't know whether it's the latest or not, but it's the latest one that I've had, Farm Fresh Nutrition?
Yep. Do I use it?
Yeah.
I use it when someone says to me, so how much is it? And I go, oh shit. I look, so I keep one in my bag, one in my car, it's in the console, and I have one here at my desk, because there was a day when I knew the price of all the product. And 10 years on, it's funny because I used to think when I asked, when people would ask Steve or someone how much is it, they go, you can think, Steve, how can you have a business like this and not know what's your product? Because when you've been with it so long, you don't even think about the price, because the price doesn't mean anything to you. So I've got to realise, okay, that does to people that are first hearing about it. So I have no shame in just going, yeah, look, I'll just, hang on a sec, I'll just check in the brochure for you, because I'm just being honest with you. I'm literally checking in the brochure for you. You know what I mean? And then that's the page I use, the back page.
Yeah.
It's got the prices. Things are so different now, and you'll see this tomorrow on tomorrow's Zoom with Fraser Brooks around social media, is things are so different. Brochures, I'm not saying they're old school and they're no good. It's just people are building businesses without them. You know what I mean? So they contain information.
One of the tools.
Say again?
I like it as one of
but 100%, yeah. Yeah, use it. Like, it's there. It's there. They know, Paul, they've created this. It's good.
Yeah, I think it's a great one.
But I literally keep one just for me, for my own personal I don't hand them to anybody anymore because no one's going to sit down and read all these things. Not most people, you know. Links. I just do link. That's how I send information. So what is going to be your DMO for? And when we say DMO, this is about income earning activity. So yes, you do your personal development stuff. Yes, you do your coaching. Yes, you watch the NND lessons. You do all those things. But this is what goes down in here is you write, once you've spoken to someone about the product, you write their name in the grid. And then you transfer them into your 1 to 21. The grid is literally there, like the old Jeff Roberti way was, you have 10 coins in his left pocket. By the time he went to bed, you have to have them all in his right pocket. The only way he could get to them from the left to right pocket was have a conversation with somebody. So the grid is just literally making sure that we're actually talking to people, not thinking that we're going to be talking to those people. So it's once you've spoken to someone, you write their name down in that grid, and that's all it is, more or less. So would you like to set yourself a goal of how many people you will speak to per day or per week about the product and business?
Yes, I can set a goal, but I don't know what this week's going to hold for me, Paul.
Doesn't matter.
With my husband's diagnosis. So,
and I totally appreciate that. I really do.
But I still would like to have a goal.
Yeah, just have a goal. If it works, as I said at the very start of this conversation, if you hit it, great. If you don't, great.
So, you know, I'm going to try, but I'm not going to, it would be silly for me to say to do it daily because I'm not, but I will try to do, say, at least for the week, maybe 4.
4 customer?
Yeah.
4 product? Yep.
Yeah. I'll put that down, 4 customers, and I'll go and visit the gym.
Beautiful.
Just to look for myself.
Write that down on your your grid. Yeah. And then we can look forward to hearing how that goes for you next week.
Yeah. Just to see. I mean, you know, I might be pushed out the door backwards. But you know, you learn by putting yourself, reaching out and chatting and.
100%.
In with my sales spiel, but I'm going to be curious.
Yep, unreal. So we look forward to hearing how you go next week. I'm going to quickly just jump onto my own self here. Can I even spotlight my own self? I don't know how. Maybe if I just unspotlight you, Claire. Right. So mine was 2 and 2, so 2 product and 2 businesses per day. So on a Tuesday after we did the Monday call, I did 3 businesses, which were indirect, and 1 product. I'm just going to share with you, if you have or haven't read GoPro, I'll either be reminding you or informing you of the direct and indirect. It's also got super indirect, but I just kind of put those 2 in, super indirect and indirect, in the same place. Direct is when you directly say to somebody, hey, you know, like Julie's had, look, would you be interested in looking at this? Or I know you've been talking about money, or I know you're saying you hate your job. This may, you know, this could be something for you. The indirect is saying, hey, this is what I'm up to. Just wondering, just want to share it with you just in case you know of anyone that's looking for this type of thing, whether it be, again, the product or the business. So that's the indirect. And Eric Worre said that he had his biggest success with the super indirect. That's where you are not offering the product or the business to somebody directly, personally to them. You're saying, hey, listen, this is what I'm up to. If you know of anyone, I'd love you to put us in touch. And he said that they'll be sitting there going, well, hang on a sec, can I do this or can I try this? And they'll voice that up to you. So, and in doing that, you kind of are invited to say, look, this is what I'm up to. I'm trying to connect with as many people as I can to share with them the gift of good health with our brand of nutrition. And I know I can't reach everyone on my own. So if you know of anyone that's looking to get more fruit and vegetable into their day, please let me know. Well, they're going to feel very comfortable straight up and going, can I be one of those people? Yeah. Same with the business. You do the same thing. Look, I'm out. What I'm loving right now, what I'm really focused on is locking arms with like-minded people that want to be join me on a mission of inspiring healthy living around the world and join our company, join our movement, you So look, if you know of anyone that's looking to work from home, wants to work in that area of health, that might be looking to bring some more income into the family or just work with mission-driven people, please, keep putting you in touch. That's the super indirect way. And then I go, hang on a sec, can I do that or can my wife do that? So does that make sense around the indirect and the direct? Yeah. So that's another tool, and that can also take the edge off if you're a little bit fearful around a conversation. You straight out go, look, this may or may not be for you, I don't know, but you might know somebody who, so why do you let them know, look, this could be for you, so you're welcome, but it may not be, so don't feel that you've got to or obliged or that, you've got to jump on board, but you might know someone. So I've had 2 of those, and these guys are now in my follow-up, in my 1 to 31. One guy asked for some information, or 2 of them asked for information. Wednesday I did a product and business. I did a business, which was an indirect. So this guy I shared with it. I straight out said, look, man, I know you would love this. I know you'd be good at it. Can I just show you a video? And I sent the Nat Bordock one. And then he started telling me about a naturopath he knows that might be interested in doing this. And he's also got a cousin that might be interested in doing it. So already there's some follow-up for me to see, if there's anything that comes of that. And more than anything, he knows now what I'm up to, really at the core, not just because he's a customer. So he knows it's more than just the amazing juice plus, he knows what's behind it. There was another guy I directly just shared the product with, and then another guy I put a C. What I do is I put their name and I put a circle P, a circle with a P inside of it for the product, or a circle with a B for business, and I'll also write whether it was direct or indirect. I just do that for my aim. I don't even know why I do that, but I do that. And then I'll put a C for connection. So if it's because the only way I can get to, and this is important too, the only way I can get to sharing the business or product with people new is have new conversations, right? So that's what I'm doing. In fact, I had another one today, which is awesome. Oh no, he wasn't. He was on Wednesday. He was a C as well. I had 3 C's on a Wednesday, which is connection. So by having those connections, you get to have conversations and move those forward. And again, it might not be for them, but they might know somebody. So Friday, I literally just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday have had myself a holiday, and that's why there's nothing. If you look at my page, it's completely blank on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and in terms of building my business, that's going to do nothing for me. So since you're also interested, is this week I'm going to make sure I do something from Tuesday to Friday. So whereas 3 days was 3 days last week, I'm going to do 4 days this week. I promise myself. I don't give the stuff about promising you guys. It's about me and doing my business. Christina, let's move on to you, okay? I'm going to spotlight you. You were on the call last week.
No, I wasn't actually.
Okay, so then I guess you're in it. Yeah,
I was. I can't remember.
You'd remember because you'd be having your grid. So you're probably in a similar.
Yeah.
You're probably in a similar position as Claire, is just not really knowing what we're up to. So the grid, the grid that the 30-day grid that Celine, whether she came up with it or that she's introduced to the company, is that, as I explained, it's like the Jeffrey Brody coins in the pocket. So you don't.
What?
It's a 30.
Change mine.
Yep, it's a 30-day grid. So you just write down one name per box and say you're speaking to someone every day, and you could do more than the 30-day grid in a month. So I just created my own where I had 5 spaces in each day, and you don't write who you're going to talk to. That's your memory jogger. So your memory jogger is everyone that you know. You don't have to go jump on them yet, but if you're just clearing that out of your head, you write down everyone you know. But from there is once you've had a conversation with somebody, whether it's sharing the business directly or indirectly, or whether you're sharing the product directly or indirectly, or whether it was just a new connection starting up a conversation, that's when you get to write their name, when you've actually had that conversation. That's when you write their name in that grid. Does that make sense? Yep. So as I said to you, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday last week, I had, Tuesday I had 3 out of the 5. I had 5 out of the 5 for Wednesday and Thursday, 4 out of the 5. And I had nothing doing for 4 days. So Julia, I think, wins the prize because over the weekend, while having that, drama in the house, you actually shared and did well. So I learned from you today and this week. Thank you very much for that. So has anyone got any questions? Oh, sorry, before we move on, Christine, what is going to be your goal for next week, for this week? How many conversations will you have per day about the product and the business?
I actually pretty much have conversations every single day. I've kind of changed the grid slightly. I've modified it. I'm actually using one of these books.
Yep.
Which, when I've talked to somebody, rather than having it on a small bit of the grid, which doesn't give me much room, I actually use a page per person.
Yep.
And anytime I've sent them anything or I've had a conversation, I put it down on that page. And then if they become a customer, I usually color code it. I make them in yellow. If they look like they're going to be interested in franchise, I put a green mark on them.
So this is your version of the 1 to 31.
Well, it's my way of, in other words, having more detail about the people in a place where I can find it. And I've actually got 50 names in this book. So then it's just a question of going back and doing follow-ups, and that's what I need to do. I've sent out 3 last week, 4 people, some, clips to look at and things like that. I need to follow them up. And and I've also, it's interesting, one thing I just wanted to share, which was the difference I found. I think it came really from Natalie Baldock when she was talking about not selling to people, and she would fire any of the people that would sell. And I've taken that on board. It's changed my way of being with people. It's more of a confidence thing. So if people, like Cheryl was saying, when someone says no, it doesn't make me feel weird anymore. It's just like, because I'm so confident, it's just I'm willing to have fun with them. So rather than be serious about it, play with them a little bit around the conversation, and just say, well, look, might not be for you right now, but let's keep in a conversation about it, because something might come up, and just kind of like tease them into it more than try to pull them into it. So I've just noticed a difference. There's a difference now in the way I'm approaching it. I feel more confident, therefore I'm more willing to play with the conversation rather than make it significant.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Brilliant. Because it's very important that you're comfortable with how you're doing it. You've got to, because that's when you're natural about it. So kudos to you for that, for taking the wisdom out of, taking that golden nugget from Natalie. Yeah, solid work. All right. Is everyone happy to dive in starting tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. Me too. Got to do 4 days instead of 3. Nice. Thank you. I'll put this recording up tomorrow. And if you've got any questions, just throw them into probably not into the Facebook page, but into the Messenger. Yeah? We can keep the Messenger. What I'm trying to do with the Facebook page is more have it as a go-to for the latest recordings on particular things and business coaching. You know what I mean? Anything to do with questions, and let's not fill up that Facebook page. Let's just chuck them into the Messenger group. Is everyone happy for that?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, have an awesome week. Have an awesome week.
Good.
Thanks, everyone.
You have an awesome week.
Bye.
I'm going to... Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.